All right, happy Tuesday, March 23rd, 2021. I do have tutoring, attendance recovery after school today. The good thing about my class is that most people usually show up even if they don't do the work. So double check. If you're not sure if you need to make up attendance for my class, you can message me and I'll send you a report that has that information. Because you don't want to wait till the last week or two of school when they start doing that attendance recovery and the cafeteria crap. If you take care of some of it now, you're much better off. If you know you need hours to make up in other classes, definitely contact those teachers and do it for those classes as well. Today we're going to focus on reading comprehension and doing quality work. And I will do the work now. I will do my best and do well on the test. And for our close, I do have a discussion question. If there's any problems with the test or typos, things you didn't understand, how was testing? Was there any problems or concerns? And before we do anything else, let's do our positive affirmations. And for those of us in the classroom, let me see your thumb up. You can do it. Come on, Raven. Let me see your thumb up. Yes, suffer. All right, what are you? I'm strong, confident, and successful. Yes, we are. And how do you feel about getting work done? I love getting work done. And how do we feel about schoolwork? The harder I work, the stronger I become. It's so true. It's so true. And before we get to work today, I just want to do a quick little review on doing these short answer questions. Let me dim the lights in the room so the people in the classroom can see better. Patrick, put your computer away, please. So for these short answer questions, and SARs, people say they're not short, I have to write a whole damn paragraph. Yeah, they're only short when compared to an essay, right? But yeah, you are expected to write a full paragraph, and that's a big part of getting a decent grade on it. Of course, read carefully. If you don't understand the question, how are you going to answer it right? Some of these questions, at least one of them, has more than one questions inside the question. There's like 2 or 3 parts, and you want to be sure you answer all the parts of the question. So taking a moment to read carefully, highlight or underline the key words as you read so you know what's really being asked of you is important. And then use the key words in your answer. If you use the key words, your chances of getting it right go up tremendously. If you don't use the key words, it's like, well, it should be obvious, I shouldn't have to say it. Maybe that's true, but it's part of writing well is making sure your answer is clear. So put those keywords in there. If the question is, what color is Mr. Carvajal's shirt? You don't just say blue. You say, Mr. Carvajal's shirt is blue. Because the whole thinking is, well, if you just put blue, well, what are you talking about? There's no way for me to really know. So just be aware of that. Use those keywords. Quote and explain the context. If you give a quote and it's not clear exactly what you mean, be sure and explain what's going on, why the person said or acted the way they did. Explain, because your reader may not know what you're talking about. And you can't see it, but of course, explain and give details on every answer. If you do that, you are going to score well. For the most part, the more you write, the better off you are. And that's just the way these kind of things are. So keep that in mind. So let me show you basically what the test is. It's 5 short answers based on the 2 readings that we did. Each answer has a minimum of 100 words. And like I said, if you explain more, if you give more detail, you're going to get a higher grade. So those of us that write 100 words, you're probably looking to get a 70. Of course, I'll actually read them. It's not guaranteed. But if you write more, explain more, give details, your answer is going to be better. This first question, it has quite a bit of setup. It says, Kelton says that despite his self-defense training, he still can't shoot Alyssa's attacker. We know Kelton cares for Alyssa, so, right, what else is driving his actions? Why did he act the way he did? What do you think? This one, there's just really one part to that question, right? So you answer that with the key words, evidence, and evidence is the quote, right? Explain and give details. The second one has a quote. And this one is also set up here, right? There's just one question here. What do we learn about her character in this scene? Well, to answer this right, you use the keywords. We learn that Jackie is blah, blah, blah. It's whatever you think, right? There is no right answer. There's no way to get it wrong. You just explain what you mean and give details. This one doesn't require a quote. The third one is a bigger question, right? Talking about Jackie. Oh, there's a typo there, those of you on paper. Oops, just delete that there. Jackie in the reading. So part one of the question, how did she respond to the dilemma? That's the first part you have to answer. And the second part, what does that tell you about her motivation and priorities? So this is a two-part question. Be sure and watch out for that. And I think that's the main one that has the two parts. So just think about it as you go. And then a lot of times I'll see somebody will write 300 words here, 300 words there, and then 100, and then 100, and then they don't even finish this one. So you want to be sure, and you don't need to write 1,000 words. In fact, I think I put the maximum at 300 total. So 150, 200 words should be sufficient to get you full credit. And it's just, once again, your opinion using your riddle skills. There's no right answer. So if you're on Zoom, all you have to do is go into Tuesday's work, major grade, in week 1. It's the red folder. Click on here, and you can start testing. The reading passages are also embedded part of the test, so you can test from there. And once again, if you were not here yesterday, if you didn't do the readings with us first, don't do this yet. You're at home, right? You can do it at any time during the day. Go back to yesterday's work. Come on, computer, you can do it. Go back to yesterday's work and watch this video. Seriously, just watch the video, do the readings with me that I do in the video. Do this part first, and then I'll start visiting with mine. And then you can kind of skip to where I start talking about the actual story, somewhere about here. And we're gonna and just be sure you go through the readings before you take the test so you can make a great grade on it. Keep in mind, if you're in the classroom, unless I've already talked to you about being able to use it, electronic devices should be put away or charging up at the front for testing. And then I have this quote for today by Lewis Howell, famous motivational speaker and athlete who was very successful. I've learned that champions aren't just born. Champions can be made when they embrace and commit to life-changing positive habits. So for those of us who are like, I don't know, I don't care, I just want to write a little bit and get it done. Well, we have to embrace and commit to life-changing positive habits. So for those of us that usually aren't good test takers, I want you to step out of that comfort zone and remember that you are strong, confident, and successful, and really work at doing quality work. Do quality work and help yourself be successful. And you will be pleasantly surprised at how well you can really do. And then if you do this over and over again, right, you become a new habit. So we can replace those old habits so that we can have a better future than our past was. All right, so one more time, I love testing. I love being successful. I am strong, confident, and successful. Okay, so those of you online, go ahead and get started. Open it up, or of course, like I said, watch the videos. And if you need anything from me, just be sure and let me know, because I know you can do great, and I'm here to help.